Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good weekend and welcome to Phase 3 of the Elite Odyssey Alpha Test. And that of course means it's exploration time, and that of course means that I'm going to have to buy myself an Artemis suit.
Looking for
Again.
a new weapon or to upgrade an old one? If I don't have it, it's no. Sure, take a look around.
There it is, 150,000 credits. Comes with the genetic sampler tool, which we're going to need to log biological
Those Artemis
samples.
suits can practically pay for themselves if you get lucky with the genetic sampler.
Thank you, my good man. I'll take one. There was another pleasant surprise waiting for me when I headed to the nearest terminal in order to, well, basically put the Artemis suit into a loadout. Here we go. Select a primary weapon, take the assault rifle, secondary weapon, take the laser pistol, save the loadout, you have to give it a name. Let's not confuse myself, I'll just call it the Artemis loadout. There's an equip loadout button. They have finally agreed that it might actually be a good idea to allow you to equip a loadout from the same place where you edit it, rather than waiting for you to remember that you can only do it in the cockpit of a starship. Fantastic! While we're here, let's just check the mission board and see if there are any exploration missions. That would appear to be no. Oh well, never mind.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
My next stop was going to be to Hopkins City, which is the nearest large space station in this system, because I do need to make some changes to my ship. I'm going to need a detailed surface scanner for one thing. The only problem is, it was 33,000 light seconds away. And then I had a brainwave. I have a Mark III Cobra parked in the Nervi system, which is nearly 15 light years away. Believe it or not, it would actually take me substantially longer to travel the 33,000 light seconds to Hopkins City than it would to travel the nearly 15 light years to the Nervi system, and then the 2,000 or so light seconds from the system jump point to Savitskaya Vision, which is the large station in the Nervi system. So, Hopkins City, I love you dearly, but you can go and take a flying fuck at a rolling donut. I'm going to Savitskaya Vision. I just need to find it first. How far away is it? There it is. Yeah, just over 2,000 light seconds. That will do. On arrival at Savitskaya Vision, I'm stripping the Diamondback Explorer of everything that isn't nailed down, selling it, and then pimping out my Mark III Cobra with a detailed surface scanner. And then I'm going to fire up the all-new, all-singing, all-dancing galaxy map and find somewhere that I can poke with a stick. The third phase of the Alpha has expanded the explorable bubble to 50 light years in all directions from the Adityan system, so let's find somewhere within 50 light years that I can explore. 14 point... no, that's not far enough away. Somebody else will have been there first. Zeta Aquarii, 20 light years, nearly 22. That'll do. Let's get our asses out of here and go exploring. As luck would have it, upon arrival in the Zeta Aquarii system, I fired up the old Discovery scanner and was greeted by the shocking news that I had managed to find the only star system within 50 light years in any direction that doesn't actually have any planets. Not even gas giants. Yeah, I know, it's just kind of typical really, isn't it? Well, undaunted, I resolved to try again. I can't pick anywhere too far away though. Remember, it's only a 50 light year explorable bubble. You there! Yes, you! The system with the name that I'm not even going to try to pronounce. You'll do. One short jump, and we're there. Give it a honk with the D scanner. And 10 orbital bodies. Alright, it's better. Let's hope they're not all stars and gas giants. So, I'm looking for a rocky or icy planet with a thin atmosphere that also has some surface biological sites. This is why I need the detailed surface scanner. I mean, I could land just anywhere and then wander around hoping to find something biological to poke with a stick, but I'm far more likely to have immediate success if I find somewhere with a biological site of interest. And this one has no surface features. Alright. Let's just keep looking. Another icy body with no surface features. Alright, not interested. Keep looking. Oh, we got something here. Come on. Another icy body. Again, no surface features. Aha! Pay dirt. A rocky ice world with 2 biological features. I'm going to target this place, and that is where we're going. Get close enough to the planet to be able to fire up a couple of probes and light it up with a detailed surface scanner. And then, once the surface of the planet had been mapped, I got another surprise. There weren't just 2 biological sites. A crash site, a couple of artificial structures, and some irregular markers, whatever the hell they are. I'm assuming those were the biological sites. So I picked one of the irregular markers. Unfortunately, it's on the night side of the planet, so we're not going to see as much as I'd like. And I proceeded to touch down. I have no idea what those things are, but I'm going to find out. Now, there is something that I was hoping to achieve. So I'm going to go out on foot in the Artemis suit and not in the SRV. Fingers crossed. Come on. Come on. There it is. First footfall confirmed. I am the first person to set foot on this planet. It's a new achievement. It's the same as the first person to discover a system or the first person to map a system, but it's an on-foot achievement. And I got it. Now, how the hell do you use the sampling tool? Don't know. But it can't be too difficult to figure out. So, well, I've got a choice of 2 buttons. Left mouse button. It wasn't immediately obvious what was going on, but I did eventually figure it out. Left mouse button sends out a ping, and anything that you can sample becomes highlighted in green. Right mouse button begins the sampling process. This is the sampling process. So I waited, and I waited, and I waited some more, and then I eventually realised that I'm actually supposed to do something here. Do you notice how the inner ring pulses? Wait for it. There. When one of the blue markers on the inner ring matches up with one of the blue markers on the outer ring, you're supposed to left click at that point. This is a minigame. It's the sampling minigame, and it is the worst minigame ever because it gets faster. And if you get it wrong, it goes back a level. And there is 0 margin for error. And you have to do it 3 times. Not once, not twice, 3 times. And the inner ring rotates faster on each attempt. I was here for quite some time. I'm not going to show you the whole process. Otherwise this video would be very, very long and very, very boring. It does get a little easier with practice, but there is so little margin for error on this minigame. It's not enough to just have the dark blue inner ring segments overlapping with the relevant dark blue outer ring segments. Just getting them to overlap isn't enough. They have to be precisely aligned. And you can see how fast this is moving. And remember, every time you get it wrong, you go back. Oh, this was fun. When I say this was fun, I of course mean in the no fun whatsoever sense of the word. I fully expect this minigame, as it is, to undergo a little tuning before any of this shit goes live. Anyway, I kept plugging away, and then eventually, more through luck than judgment, I got it! Except I didn't. I mean, I did, but it wasn't a full sample. It's just a third of a sample. You have to do this 3 times. No, really. But hey, it's a start. On the bright side, it turns out I have just discovered my first fragment of a sample of the biological thing known as Fungoida rectus. I am not making that up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I just got my first sample of arse fungus. And hang on, if I have to get another 2 samples, what's going on? What's the problem here? What do you mean, sample unavailable, insufficient genetic diversity? Well, do you see when I pinged the sample tool again, suddenly everything's lit up blue rather than green. Blue means you can't get any further samples from this particular crop. Not enough genetic diversity, so I need to find another sample of arse fungus from elsewhere. So I took off, and this time headed over the horizon to one of those artificial structures. No idea what they are. Hopefully I'm going to find out. And wouldn't you know it, on the way I bumped into another bunch of arse fungus. Whip out the old sampling tool, give the area a ping. They're all green, not blue, which means I can get a sample. So it's time to enjoy the thrilling gameplay of the genetic sampling minigame once again. Hey, 2 down, 1 to go. This is the riveting, action-packed gameplay you all come here for. Anyway, I know I'm not going to get another sample from this particular patch, lack of genetic diversity and all that. And whatever this artificial structure is, I can see its lights just over the very close horizon. What secrets lie in wait? Well, if you were expecting anything interesting to do here with any of the tools available to us in the Odyssey alpha test, you came to the wrong alpha test. Honestly, I don't even know what the point of this is. I gave it a thorough explanation. There were things that looked like doors but weren't. There were some sentry skimmers that thankfully were not hostile. I tried every tool I had on everything that there was to see, and absolutely nothing happened. I can't help but feel that this was a bit of a wasted opportunity. Nevertheless, I feel like I should give this place, or places like it, the benefit of the doubt. For all I know, they could just be placeholders for something interesting that's going to happen in the future. It could be that I just didn't turn up with the right stuff. It wouldn't be the first time something like that has occurred in Elite. Thargoid bases, for example. If you don't have the relevant Thargoid kit in the cargo bay of your SRV, the doors will not open. This could be something like that. Or it could just be a random bunch of geometry and textures that have been slapped down to give the place a bit of local flavour that don't actually do anything. I guess we'll find out. Just not today. So, I've checked out the irregular markers. I've checked out one of the irregular markers. I've checked out one of the artificial structures. Let's check out the crash site. Whatever it was that crashed here, crashed so hard and was wrecked so thoroughly, it's no longer even possible to tell what ship it was. There's the usual cargo containers and engineering materials scattered around, none of which I can pick up on foot. If you'd arrived here in the SRV, you'd be able to do at crash sites what you've always been able to do in an SRV. If there's anything here specific that you can do on foot, I didn't find it. Again, feels like a bit of a missed opportunity. I can't help but feel that they should have put something in here that you can only do on foot. Otherwise, what's the point? But then, on the way back to the ship, what is this I see before me? Be still, my beating heart. Oh joy, oh rapture unforeseen. Yeah, it's more arse fungus. Yay! Actually, it wasn't quite as bad the third time. You do get better at it, but still, most tedious minigame ever. What are you up to now, Jingles? Well, running around the dark side of a planet on foot, with not being able to see more than 50 metres in front of you at any one time, doesn't really give you an appreciation for just how pretty this game really actually is. So I thought I'd head over to the Terminator and see if we could watch the sunrise. And I think we got here just in time. Honestly, I wasn't expecting it to be much of a sunrise. This system star is just a red dwarf and it's a fair old distance away, but, well, there's no such thing as a bad sunrise. Well, unless you're in Flanders and it's 1918 and you're going over the top at dawn. Other than that, there's no such thing as a bad sunrise. Any second now, I'm sure. It's a good job this Artemis suit has a very, very good oxygen supply. Oh, screw it, let's explore. Actually, it is quite fortunate that I did decide to go for a look around, because as I was just randomly pinging with the sampling tool, I noticed that there's a patch of ground over here that stayed green. And upon closer investigation... Hey! It's time for the sampling minigame! I'm sure you get the idea by now. Bacterium vesicular. No idea what it was. Didn't find another 2 samples anywhere. And I'll tell you what, it may have just been a shitty red dwarf, but the sunrise was definitely worth the wait. Right, let's get out of here and make some money.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I say, you there. I bring you the finest genetic samples money can buy. Reward me financially. And be smart about it. So what have I got? Really? That's it? Not even 30,000 credits? Well, actually, I did get a first discovery bonus, so I'm not going to say it was worth the effort. But I am apparently the first person to log the discovery of Fungoida rectus. In honour of my contribution to science, I demand that it be officially known as Arse fungus henceforth. No, I don't think there's much chance of that happening either. But it was an enjoyable waste of an hour or 2 of my time. So that's phase 3 of the Elite Odyssey Alpha test. I hope you've enjoyed it. And as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. And no, there's still nothing that you can do in the Inter Astra office. Honestly, I don't even know what it's here for.